Welcome back, great lords and ladies of the realm. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. This is the Godless Gamer, your liege lord, and you're watching episode 59 of Bohemian Rhapsody. We are starting this one with a new ruler, a brand new Freddy. We haven't spent any time with him yet. We just made some minor decisions the instant that he took the throne, so we are gonna finally start playing as a new ruler. I did clean him up a bit, and I spelt his name correctly, so we got his name spelt right. And my wife is pregnant, but we'll talk about that. Well, we won't talk about it. You saw it. She's pregnant, and I already have 3 sons, and I don't want any more, but that's what's happening right now. Ideally, I would like a daughter. I'm satisfied with my sons. Just, I hope she's carrying a daughter. But, of course she isn't. We all know she's not. I'm gonna get through a bunch of spam. It was a whole bunch. I had prisoners and marriages. I was able to renegotiate an alliance with the East Francia, so we do have at least one foreign external alliance. The Mongols are the Mongoloids. The Mongoloids are getting closer and closer to us. So I wouldn't be surprised if we clashed maybe this episode or the next one, so I want to prepare myself for that. I'm still going to be fighting the wars that I want in order to finish Slavia, but it's something to keep in mind that the Mongols are getting closer and closer, and we might have to fight them. They're going to be upon us before we know it. Now, something that I'm going to be trying to do this episode that I haven't been doing in a while is trying to upgrade these holdings that I have. I have this settlement with a mine that I want to keep an eye on and build up, and I have this settlement with farmlands that I want to tend to it and see it grow. And it'll make me some money. So occasionally we're going to be checking our domains. I'm going to spend some of my time learning some languages that we didn't learn when we were a child, that our dad neglected to teach us. So we're going to start learning some languages, because we're not doing anything else. I don't need to sway people. Opinions are already amazing. I can hire a court poet? Sure. I'm checking people in my court that know different languages. Bavarian, we know High German already. Lithuanian. We need to learn the Baltic language. Let's start with that one. And I'm just stalling for as long as I can. 1 more month. She's gonna pop. She's gonna give us another son. See? And he has no traits. This is the 3rd child. Second child. This is the 2nd child that we've had that doesn't have any congenital traits. We have a Teddy. We have an Eddie. We have a Freddy. I thought about this. I want to name him Redford. And then his nickname will be Reddy. And then that's it. I'm out of names. I have some other ones, but they don't have D's in the name, like Jesse. I thought about Jesse. You know, for the inevitable sons that we're going to continue to have, because that's son number 4. We're going to go on a pilgrimage. Freddy doesn't have the pilgrim trait yet. So we're going to go to Jerusalem. And we're going to take advantage of the fact that Christianity holds Jerusalem for now. at least temporarily. So while we have control of it, let's go to Jerusalem. Let's get Freddy the Pilgrim trait. And let's increase his level of devotion, too. Among my fellow pilgrims, there is a man who preaches compassion and fellowship until heathens get brought up. How do we feel about heathens? Freddy is humble. They're not all that bad. Freddy's a humble man. He's not looking... He's not trying to make enemies. As we make our way through Leibniz, we are approached by a Czech commoner claiming to be the leader of a group of pilgrims. We're doing this for piety, and we want to make the pilgrimage as pious as possible. We want to get the highest level if we can. The more the merrier. No, he's going to join my court. Let's just give him 20 gold and tell him to go away. While all of our horses just nod their heads in synchro... Yep. 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 Yeah. As we make our way down the holy road we travel, we are suddenly made to stop as a beast steps out in the middle of our path. A humble stag stares at our holy caravan. There's something of a knowing look on the beast's face. Do we chase after it? It will make the pilgrimage more pious. I follow the stag, staying far behind not to startle him. Eventually he meets another stag in the clearing. His mate, perhaps? The two butt heads a little, but soon nuzzle each other and then promptly disappear into the wilderness. Oh, I thought we were about to watch two deer get it on. You gain fruitful omen. More fertility? That's the last thing that I want. I want renown, though. For 20 years, I get some more renown. Yes. I do have a rival. I have two rivals. And I already bribed them. I bribed this one. I can't interact with this one because they're too far away. So I couldn't even give them a gift. But we do have two rivals. And another thing that we didn't check that I forgot to mention is that our Freddy doesn't have any secrets. So Freddy was a good boy, and he didn't get any secrets while he was under the control of the AI. Go up to speed 5, sorry. Speed it up a little. One new situation has appeared in court. Alright, hold on. Walking around the ship on our journey to Jerusalem, I spot a fellow pilgrim who does not seem to be doing very well. Clearly, her sea legs were never instilled. She whimpers softly, squatted by the railing, and holds onto it for dear life with a face that shifts in pale nuances. I can only sympathize with her. Why do we put ourselves through these sometimes life-threatening perils? Because I told you to, Freddy, and we need to get good with God. Becomes more pious. What's the level? Not quite level 1 yet. The sea storm catches us completely off guard as the lightning-riven sky starts pelting us with rain. And with a sudden thunderous flash, the mastheads burst forth with blue flame, engulfing the vessel in an ethereal light. This is a sign, my panicked patriarch cries, clutching the rigging for dear life. and barely audible above the thrashing sails. We must turn back before it's too late. Never. You're guided safely onwards. God's got us. God is with us. Let's deal with this court situation. Or wait a minute. It lied to us. There is no court situation. No other city in the world has a history quite like Jerusalem. In addition to the many other holy sites there, the city contains the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, built over the combined places where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected. Standing outside the Temple Mount with my hand on the western wall, I find myself reflecting on everything that had happened on my journey to the city of legend. So we just became a pilgrim. We might become a traveler as well. This is a really long journey. So we might get the traveler trait too. As I enter the sacred grounds, I find Theodosia staring at the altar with an absent expression. Theodosia, I call her. My lord, she says unfazed, I have something to ask from you. I hope you can forgive me. This place has moved my soul and agitated my spirit in a way I thought inconceivable. She wants to leave. She's my court poet. I don't want her to go anywhere. My nephew is her husband. She's gonna leave her husband? She gains the trait celibate, and they haven't had children yet. Wow. None of these choices I want. I definitely don't want another rival. She gains the trait monk. She's insisting. I'm just gonna have to hire another court poet. And her husband didn't mind it. I'm gonna get him remarried just to pay him back here. Because I kind of feel bad. I can't choose people that are hostages. They're not related. She has a bunch of traits. There you go, man. You got a new wife. Now, we're going to get as many traits as we have to before we can get out of stewardship. But as soon as we can, we're going to jump into learning. I need to get scientific. Because we're learning innovations again. We're working on them. We're almost halfway through standing armies, and then we can really buff our army. Which will help us against the Mongolians. A pilgrim puts down a votive doll before the altar, bowing her head. Alright, what does he want to improve? He wants to improve my regalia. More piety from my regalia? More prestige from my regalia. I'm gonna do prestige. Let's keep upgrading that mine. The markets of Jerusalem are bustling with merchants shouting in languages that I've never heard, and selling with spices that I've never tasted. The Guide of the Pilgrim. Learn the safest routes. Discover the marvels of Jerusalem. One of them yells, waving a small book. God shall guide me. Will happen. You get more pious. You gain local expert for 10 years. Some more piety. There's a 20% chance that we increase our diplomacy. I'm going to try this. It's going to give me some stress. But I think this overall pilgrimage will relieve stress. So I think we should be fine. A 1,000 piety. We're already a religious icon. And no, we didn't relieve any stress. We have to relieve stress again, but that's okay, because you know what we're going to do after we get back? We're going to go on a hunt. And then we're going to get Freddy the Hunter trait. The seas around here are thick with Greek traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item within it that immediately takes my interest. What is it? A Greek sword? It's not worth 1,500 gold. I can just make a sword. I can make a much better sword any day that I want. Any time that I want, basically. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I really don't want a dagger, so I'm gonna avoid this one. Let's get a spear. And then if he makes me a really good one, if he makes me a really good item, I can make him my artificer. I'm not making him now. He has to earn his artificer position. She wants me to press this old woman's claim? No thank you. This loyal barren woman? Good luck with that. The choppy waters are enough to make an experienced sailor seasick. As we roll back and forth on the waves, the people on the ship are slowly moving to seek shelter below. I notice Amidst looking out over the railing before turning to make his way towards the hull deck. But before anyone has time to react, the ship hurls sideways and he falls into the dark water. We need to save him. And we need to relieve some stress, Freddy, so be a hero. We saved him. You're a hero, Freddy. We learned that language, so we learned Baltic. Let's see what else we can learn. So not only was Freddy on a pilgrimage, he was learning a language at the same time. We're keeping him busy. We're gonna learn something else. I don't think I know Russian yet. Do I know Magyar? I don't. Let's learn the Magyar language. And I have a Russian down here. Oh, I know he's Slavic, so we got that covered. It's not the first time I catch my uncle-in-law Lambert fiddling around with some flowers he's been picking along the road. He fell in love with this woman who has lover's pox, and she's married. And he's my acclaimed knight. I'm gonna force him to come with me. And he's married to my aunt. How dare he insult me with this? Coming home with me. His opinion went down a little bit. I'm gonna bribe him. Teeming with all manner of wildlife, Ogier and I agree that Laika would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. Freddy, you're getting ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me. While we don't have time to stay for a proper outing as we traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion to Ogier to survey the animal. You're getting ahead of me, Freddy. We're gonna go on a hunt. We grow closer to forming a friendship with our realm priest. This was fun. Rabbit in sight, we both slowly but purposefully move closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release, boom, as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. So this was fun. Killing innocent animals is fun. And we didn't become friends, unfortunately. And he kind of stinks. He's infirm and he's ailing. We need a new realm priest. 15 isn't good enough. But at least we're enjoying ourselves or whatever before he dies. I guess that's the last happy moment he's going to have before he dies. We became a traveler. Somebody's demanding a duel. No thanks. This is another ant path. I'm not even going to read it. Another stupid ant path. I don't like how there's only 2 options. Why isn't there an option for me to scream in his face, "You're an idiot"? I want that option. I've noticed that Dobromilla avoids me more than usual. She's my rival. She always sits at the opposite end of the table whenever we're invited to a feast and consistently refuses my company while camping. Can we reconcile? Or we can just ignore her and get some... Oh, we have to spend some prestige. We're almost illustrious. That's okay. We're just gonna ignore her. I want to bury the hatchet with her. I don't want to make things worse. I'm going to sponsor this new guy's armor. So we have somebody making us a weapon, and then we have somebody making us some armor. Whoever gets the better item, whoever makes the better item, wins that empty artificer slot. So they're competing against each other. The other one I'm going to tell to get out. Strolling through Visarad countryside is not quite the peaceful lark I had imagined. The sky is black with clouds, and the farmland fields are deathly silent. That is until we hear ear-wrenching wails of agony coming from deep within the fields. As we draw near, we find a man strung up on a post, as if he were a scarecrow. I'm going to show him some mercy because it doesn't make us stress out. He grovels pitifully at my feet. I was just here to collect taxes. The peasants told me gold was buried out here, and before I knew it, they descended upon me and strung me up like a scarecrow. And they cut his hand. They maimed him. They cut his arm off. And he's an idiot. So he got fooled by the peasants because of his idiot trait, and then as a result, the peasants maimed him. I don't want him to join my court. I'm just going to say I don't need a reward and say goodbye. I feel bad for him, but nothing I can do for him. I think we have to get 2 more perks before we can leave stewardship. So Freddy's home. We're gonna send him out to do something else. A lynx sighting, a stag sighting, a bear sighting. That sounds a little too scary. Let's do this stag. And we'll pass through 3 places along the way. And then on the way back, you know what? On the way back, we'll hit this stewardship one. And on the way there... On the way there, we'll hit this one. We'll get the most out of this hunt. I'm going to try to befriend somebody. Let's see who we can befriend. None of my counselors, apparently. So let's just do the Slay Beast one. So the intent of the hunt is to kill this stag. No other purpose. And stress relief. I'm not falling for the charlatan. There's a 50-50 chance. I'm not trying to increase my stress gain because I know with my luck we'll get this one. Not interested. Additional taxes? Nice. Patronize a local saint. Poetry, people? I can gain the trait poet? Of course we're doing this. My lord, please, but a moment of your time to hear my latest poem. This isn't the first Russian who's tried to introduce me to their poetry, and considering the road ahead, surely not the last. There must be a true infatuation with poetry here. For every other dreamer to have a poem in their hearts. Let's do it. Diplomacy per level of fame. Stress loss plus 10%. Yes. Another Freddy who's a poet. My devotion is used as an example by all, from mighty king to lowly beggar, and with that come the disciples. Alright, so far so good. Let's get this stag. Let's get this prestige instead. I was gonna go for the piety, but let's get this prestige. It'll get us to illustrious. I definitely want to get likable. Because I'm forced to be in stewardship, we're getting likable. Lambert assembles the party as the sun rises over the hunting grounds nestled in Dub-Nose grasslands. So we are hunting the stag. We can hunt a wolf instead, but the success chance will go down. We came here for a stag. That's what we're hunting. We follow our quarry into the grasslands, slowly but surely gaining on the cunning stag. It suddenly spooks, bounding away in another direction, and as I move to see what scared it, I can scarcely believe my eyes. Count Ogier and Edgar tangled in the ground in passionate embrace. These two were banging and they scared my deer away. I exposed their secret. It's gonna relieve my stress because I'm just and honest. The success chance is already pretty good, so we don't need to do this one. Yeah. They scared my deer away. This is what they get. It's their punishment. The noise of the others has faded as my vassal Duke Markfart and I stalk up on the stag. Now that we are finally alone, there's something I have to tell you. I'm not going to be able to use hooks or secrets, really, because I'm just and honest. Getting hooks on people stresses me out, so I'm not going to be doing that a lot, so I don't really need this hook. Somebody just flipped out on me? My vassal? You might be an emperor, but you're also a beguiling bastard. No, don't you mean my wife? She's the bastard. More stress relief. My huntsman had pointed out a secluded clearing downwind of the beast covert. Perfect place to form our bowline and await the stag driven thither by the hound's teams. Let's ambush it. Somebody just he just got caught in a trap. I'm gonna save him. Let's see, we're at 80% success chance. Let's see what it goes down to. It's still 80. We watch for the stag from our concealed bowline, tensing with anticipation as the flusher's cries and baying hounds grow louder. Let's take a shot. I missed him. It escaped. Oh well, you can't get them all. Or did somebody else get it? We got the trait hunter. More prestige. Okay, so that takes care of stress. So the guy that made me the spear gave me a famed weapon, and it's not amazing. It's not horrible. This guy's cheating, the one that's making me the armor, because he keeps begging me for money, and it's obviously going to boost his product. But the reason that they're competing is to give me the best thing, so let's do it. We just got war declared on us by the Mongols. They have 34,000 men. We have 77,000. Okay, we're fighting the Mongols. Of course we're raising all of our men. And I'm gonna call in East Francia. Now we're just gonna let the Mongol horde come to us. We'll fight in some battles, and just in the meantime, we'll take county after county after county. As long as he doesn't get into our realm, where he can just capture things really quickly, we'll be okay. We just have to watch for it. We're just going to hang out in this area, get some conquests, and see when the army comes in, because he'll probably approach from this direction here. We'll be ready. I think this war is going to go well. my ally joined us. He has to traipse so far. He has to traipse across my entire realm in order to come help us, but at least he's coming. We might not even need his help, but I'd rather have it than not. So we are fighting the Mongolians. We're fighting the Mongoloids. And I can get a commander trait. Let's spend 900 gold and get rough terrain expert. Freddy. Getting all these traits and skills and stuff. Rough terrain expert. As we walk down the halls of the manor in Prerov, Martin turns to me. They say this part of the estate is haunted, my lord. I hesitantly look around. The hall is a bit darker than I would have expected, candles flickering at their posts. When we stop in an old dining hall, Martin turns to me again. This time with a grin. Would you like a tour of the haunted manor? Once I build something here. And once I get some things built, I'll think about it. You know what? I'm just going to upgrade all the castles first. We'll do that first. Let's go to the haunted... Let's go to the haunted manor. The quote-unquote haunted manor. We're walking down a dark and deserted hallway. The few furnishings we come across are all covered up with sheets, adding to the ghostly atmosphere. Was that a rat? I hurried to catch up to my entourage. Martin turns to face us, squinting as he utters the words. And through here, my lords and ladies... As we walk through an arch in the next room, a large shape suddenly comes swinging down on us. The entire group jumps and yelps. Is it Halloween? No, it's August. Gaining the stress has already happened, so let's get some piety out of it. Still no Mongolians. A birthday party, and Freddy doesn't look too excited for it. I'm gonna do a large one and maybe we'll get a weapon. We got a weapon. I'm giving this knight that spear. Freddy, this is my nephew. It's nobody super important. Just my nephew. There's the Mongols. Not even going to bother capturing things. They're going to try to get into my realm somewhere, and they just want to quickly take things. We're not going to let them do that. We're going to chase them. We're going to shadow them the whole way there. A magnificent shield. A wooden shield of masterful craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy maple planks and bound together with a rim wrought of iron. So this guy definitely won. This guy definitely lost, so we're gonna tell him to get out. And we're gonna make this guy our artificer. Oh, I have 2 slots. I probably could have kept that guy. I wasn't too impressed with that guy anyway. It's worse. Well, I guess technically they're the same thing, but this has been on my wall for so long that we've gotten one of those events where somebody has blessed it and made it better. So it's just better because it's been up here longer. It's technically the same thing. Not bad. No, Byzantines, you're not getting out of fighting us. There's nothing you can do. See, this is what they're gonna do. They're just gonna run through my realm, taking things as quickly as they can. But I'm not gonna let it happen. They have to stop to conquer things. It's the one weakness to their strategy. Hold on, let's slow it down a little bit. Slow it down just a little bit. Wow, we have to get one more. We still can't switch out. I should have been doing this from the beginning, just upgrading the castles first. And then worrying about everything else. East Francia is coming. They're almost here. We're gonna just take... Their army just gave up, I guess? They were just standing here waiting for us? Okay. Let's get our holdings back, and then we'll go back into their realm and start taking things again. I'll be honest with you, disappointed. Mongols, very disappointed in you guys. Not much of a threat. Not very scary. Can I educate anybody? No. This son is never taking the throne, so I'm not overly concerned with his education. I might not even bother spending money to send him to university, because it costs me like 4,000 gold to send people to university now. See? 4,000 gold. It's not worth it. I'll give him a good stewardship tutor, though. Sorry, son. They're already coming back for more. French, I guess we could learn. Persian? No. We definitely know Palabian. Norse? Polish? No, we know that. Russian? We know that. Oh, no, we don't. Yes, we do. Some Mongolians just got pinned down. Let's grab them. I'm keeping my marshal on Manage Royal Guards because look at this. Knight effectiveness up to 68%, and we're currently plus... He's buffing my knight effectiveness by 69%. So I'm going to keep him on Manage Royal Guards. This also protects me against schemes. I would do Organized Levies, but it's only going to save me a small amount of money. Let's make these Mongoloids rue the day that they declared war on Bohemia. The wall that they couldn't just... You just can't penetrate this wall. Western Europe has us to thank for being, like, their shield. And if you really think about it, because of Dynasty of Many Crowns, most of these people are in my family, so I'm, like, protecting my family. I'm like the big brother, protecting his little brothers and sisters. But we're doing really well. This war is turning out better than I thought. I thought I would have more time before we started fighting them. Now, the war score is going to slowly tick up in our favor because they haven't been able to take anything. So let's help out the war score a little bit. Let's keep boosting it, and let's get some more conquest while we have the opportunity. He's already inspired and wants to make something else. He wants to go on an adventure in Southern Europe. %, tee-hee. %. They snuck by us. We have to try to get the war score to 100% before they start conquering things. This holding has to do it. 96. Alright, one more. Can we do it? $99%. $89. See, this is what they do. $99. I'm just trying to out-conquer them. It's just a conquest race. And I still can't get out of it. They just got slaughtered by my ally in battle. That should do it. Thank you. Thank you, East Francia. You were actually useful. Look, the great Khan, the great Genghis Khan, crying into his hands. How pathetic. It's probably the first time he's ever tasted defeat. Okay, we're getting close to an hour, but I was hoping that we can get another war done before the end. I want to get some claims and fight for everything that I've claimed against the Byzantines. I want to get this last piece because it'll finish this duchy here. I got all 3 of these claims, and it'll finish 2 duchies, and then we'll be almost done on the Adriatic Sea. Once we get the claims that we're going to fight the next war for, we'll have to fabricate claims against a few more Byzantine Empire pieces, and then the last piece of Italy that we'll ever need to take. We will never have to fight Italy ever again. So let's go. I just lost my priest. I just got a badass realm priest, 28. He's ailing. And his personality is garbage. He's, like, evil. But at least he's loyal. Well, he's not evil. He's just sadistic. And he likes to eat a little too much. He likes his donuts. Yeah, 3 more months and we'll declare war. Our army should be ready by then. A new situation. And while we're fighting against the Byzantines, let's start getting our claims against Karelia. We need all of this. Everything east of this little river here. Well, actually, let me just make sure. Yeah. Or, well, no, technically the river is in here, but I don't need this piece. I need all of this. My army still needs to take a breath. And I'm burying the hatchet with one of my rivals. That's good news. My sister Elizabeth approaches me with concern regarding the state of our educational materials. We can make do, but imagine the heights our children could reach if we only had better materials. New wax tablets, parchment. Fine. She's probably pocketing it. Ooh, the Byzantines are fighting a little bit of a war here. There's a civil war going on in... Is this a liberty war, or is this an independence war? Oh, no, it's just an internal thing. I'm gonna like fast forward kind of through this groveling session, only because I want to make sure we get this war done by the a reasonable time. Somebody wants to start a cadastral survey. This could turn out really well for us. I'll do that. The end is nigh. Renounce all vices, starting with the excesses of alcohol and food. I'm already temperate, right? Oh no, I'm not. We could gain some dread. I'm gonna take this health boost. Get some more piety, closer to religious icon. So we're actually gonna agree with this raving lunatic. I think this is the first time I didn't burn them, like, on sight. Somebody wants... They're coming here asking for somebody who's in my court. This is the future heir of France. Or this is the heir of France. Why? We can try to become friends with him. Refuse to allow Sigismund to take Henry. Now, this isn't going to get in the way of anything. He's going to become the ruler of France when his dad dies. His dad's 47 and still feeling fine, so it's not going to happen for a while. But I'm going to refuse to allow him to take him. The King of France is probably not going to like that, but we can try to improve his opinion again. I'm probably going to get a letter from him, yep. And his opinion went down. Let's send him a poem now. Let's send him our very first poem. There we go. Okay. Another cadet branch. We're about to hit an hour, guys. You know what? Let's do it. The war target is all relatively close together. And all we're gonna do is just win this war, and then I'll end it once we win. Turn right around, boys. We're gonna go fight a battle. The survey is complete. I think I think there are better results than this, but I guess it worked out. Development progress increased by 35 in every one of my counties. Next. I think they just hired some mercenaries. Yep. We'll slaughter them too. We'll take our holding back. And I guess we'll take all this war target first. I won't worry about this unless we need to. One of my rivals just died. Not a day too soon. Svatopluk. Okay, so many things happening. Alright, where? Another crusade for where? Leon. This is in the Iberian Peninsula, so in Spain. I'll give you money, but I don't think I'm gonna go on this. We already won the crusade for Jerusalem, which now does not exist anymore. Jerusalem was taken again. I already did one crusade. I did one crusade and won it. I'm gonna focus on myself now. I gave the Pope money for it. another cadet branch. 31. Okay, we are nearing the end soon, lords and ladies. So be prepared. Oh. Okay, okay. Well, my sister Marie certainly knows a thing or two about court alliances. Empress Jaroslava thinks it's time for her to widen her horizons. Do we give a gift to our wife? It's gonna make her more fertile. No thanks. The gift of my company is bright enough. No more children, please. This is gonna increase her fertility. Hey, they keep throwing armies at us. It's gonna be a really tedious war, isn't it? Unworthy peasants. Please let one more. Let one more battle be all we need. The poor men are taking attrition. No. I'm attacking this castle even though it's not in the war target because it's really low level. It's a weak one. They're just wearing me down. They just keep... And winning battles isn't helping my war score, so I need to end this. Come on, guys. You're running out of men. Their attrition isn't good. '87. My mom died. One. 100. Okay, there we go. All right. That was a pain in the butt. And I probably could have fought that a little bit more intelligently, but what matters is that we won. And we got all of our land. And apparently I got this down here, too. I got a little piece of Italy? I didn't realize I got that. Okay, lords and ladies, that is where we're going to end this one. Hope you guys don't mind. I hope it didn't feel like I was rushing too much there. I just don't want the videos to go on too long, so... We got that war done. We fought the Mongoloids, or Mongolians, or Mongols, whatever you want to call them. We fought them and beat them easily. We fought another war with the Byzantines. And we beat them as well. We had another son. Things are looking okay. Freddy hasn't had any big problems. We became a poet. We're a pilgrim now. We got the traveler trait. So we succeeded a whole bunch. He started his reign off pretty well. We might have to relieve some stress next episode. But we'll deal with that in the next episode, guys. But that is going to be the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up down at the bottom of the video. Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel if you would like to be an awesome Lord or Lady. And join us for future episodes of Bohemian Rhapsody. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Episode 60 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.